Hello everyone, today I want to discuss quadratic equation with you. And when we are talking about quadratic equation, we are talking of second degree equation. For instance, if you have an equation that is something like this: ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0, this one is called quadratic equation or second degree equation. Why? Because the highest power of the variable is 2. That is why it is called what? Second degree equation. So let's have a real example, because this is an arbitrary function. So let's say we have x squared plus x minus 90 is equals to 0. Let's take this as a quadratic equation because it is second degree equation, because the highest power of the variable is 2. As in this case, this is the variable with the highest power. So this is another variable, but it has less power. The power of this variable is 1. So this is a second degree equation. So if we are to solve this kind of equation, there are so many methods we can use. We can use graphical method, factorization method, or completing the square method, or using the formula. So today let's try and use the factorization methods. So in that factorization method, there are things that we are considering. We are going to consider this coefficient a, b, and c. So in this case, the coefficient of x squared is 1. The coefficient of x is, which is our b, is 1 also. Then the coefficient of c, or c, is going to be minus 90. So in this case, what we are going to find is that what can we add to get b and multiply to get c. So when you look at it closely, when you multiply 9 multiplied by 10, you are going to get 90, but there is negative. So it's either you have minus 9 times 10, or you have 10 times minus what you, so that you can get minus 90. But which one, when you add, you are going to get 1. So when you look at it closely, is this one. When you add this one and this one, you are going to get 1. So that is why we can expand this to be x squared plus 9x minus x squared minus 9x plus 10x minus 90 is equals to 0. So when you look at it, this one and this one, they all have x. This one and this one, they have common factors. So we have x into x minus 9 plus 10 into x minus 9 is equals to 0. So because when you multiply this by x, you are going to get this, and when you multiply 10 by this, you are going to get this, definitely. So and this one are the same, so we can just throw away 1, and you have x plus 10 into x minus 9 is equals to 0. So if you have two numbers that you claim that when you multiply the two, you are going to get 0, is either one of them is 0, that is x plus 10 multiplied by x minus 9 is equals to 0. So it's either this term is 0 or this term is 0. So we can write it as either x plus 10 is equals to 0. So if x plus 10 is equals to 0, that means x is equals to minus 10, or x minus 9 is equals to 0. That means x is equals to, when it crosses equality sign, it becomes plus 9. So x is equals to minus 10 or 9. Thank you.